Okay, so here we go. Hey everybody, back with another episode of Logan's Loot, and I decided to do, yes, another 3DS. Well, the other ones were 2DSs, but it's in the 3DS family. But this is my Fire Emblem Fates Edition new 3DS. This was actually my daily driver 3DS for quite some time. It was my favorite, so you're going to see that it shows a little signs of love, but I did have a clear silicone sleeve case that would go around it. Eventually it kind of yellowed because you know how those clear ones work, but I did it and you'll see why. So let's look at the box first. As you can see, it's very minimalistic box. Fire Emblem Fates. I had Birthright. I was a big fan of the Fire Emblem series. I still am until about 3 houses. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that one. I do need to finish Engage, but thank you, Tears of the Kingdom and Star Wars Jedi Survivor. I was actually on my way to it was on my list of games to beat this year. It still is. But as you can see, this is the box itself. Pretty standard in terms of graphics, but it does have the split for the black and the white, meaning the Birthright and the, oh, what was it, Conflict? I always forget the other one. So let me open this without damaging the box. Yes, and you're wondering why I'm doing 3DSs, because I have a lot of the special edition 3DSs from the last few years still in the box, and much like I do with the Switch, and I will cover some of the older ones, some other consoles as well. So as you can see, pretty simple box. Now, one thing about these new 3DSs, they didn't come with a power adapter, but I do have a power adapter for this. I have a couple of extra ones that I've bought over the years, as well as the ones that came with like my 2DS and whatnot. So AR cards, as you can see, never open them up. Now, there was the little foam sleeve and everything that came on this, but I'm telling you, this was my daily driver. So we're going to take a look a little closer. You can see the artwork and how it's very subtle, but it's got a pearl, maybe an iridescent kind of look, but more of a pearl, you can say. And it's got the two-tone, so you can see all the images on it. Now, that was one thing why I always had a case of something on my new 3DSs, because it's glossy. If I'm not mistaken, all of them except for the Super Nintendo Special Edition, maybe the Super Famicom or whatnot in the Japan, but US-wise, it was Super Nintendo one, I think, was the only one that wasn't glossy. Well, to my knowledge. But here you also have the back, and this is the back. You can see it's got the bronze and the black. Now, again, fingerprints up the wazoo. So when it's very glossy like that, that tends to occur. One thing that got me with these new 3DS XLs is, in order to change the memory card was in here. You had to take a screwdriver and pop off the plate. So this console is all white. As you can see, this is the original stylus. Underneath, it's all white. The only thing that's black is a faceplate, and then you have the buttons, of course. But if you look at the top, this is what the top looks like. You have the IR sensor, standard buttons, power adapter port, and then that's for the wrist strap for those who decided to put a wrist strap on those. If you look at the body, we still have the cartridge slot here, headphone jack, again, stylus, power, and then your indicator lights right here, all 3. You got your microphone here. This is the inside. As you can see, the inside, let me move that. The inside is just a pearl white. So very, very standard in terms of look. It's just pearl, but it's a very clean look. You got your 3D slider. No, there is no power to it. I haven't had this thing powered up for a while, but that is one thing I always like. The 3DSs had a strong hinge until you clicked all the way to the back, and then you get a little wobbly, and the only time you notice it is if you're lying in bed and it'll floppy just a little bit, but that's it. It's probably the best built, one of the best built Nintendo systems. Probably one of my favorites of all time is the 3DS. I just love the games on here. I spent a lot of time. I love Street Pass. I love all the features that were in the 3DS. Now, one other thing, again, like I said, I did have that silicone protector case sleeve thing on it. But if you look, you see how you see slightly blue? It would be in my pocket. This would be in my pocket. No, I wasn't wearing JNCOs. I'm just a tall guy. So, lucky for me, they fit in my pocket pretty well, front and back. So that's the only reason those are there. But I was looking this up the other day. This has crossed the $700 threshold. Last time I looked, it was around 500 something, but 3DSs, since they shut down the eShop, they've gotten significantly more expensive, especially the collector's editions complete in box. So this, I would say, being almost mint, would probably be around the high 600s, which I think is quite a bit much for a 3DS, but it's nice to know that something I've loved and used quite a bit still has value. Will I ever get rid of this? No. No, this is my favorite one. Like I said, I think I have... Well, I do have other models, but I do have another one that is sealed, and that's the Metroid one. And the Metroid one, I'll do a video. It's got its own little story. I'll do that coming soon. But don't worry, I have other boxed consoles that I will definitely cover. And I think those are the ones I'm going to focus on now for this series, because it's always fun to look at these older consoles. So if you say older now, I think this was around 2017, 2018 that I got this. I don't quite remember. Do we have a date on the back? I don't see a date. No. Oh, 2016. Intelligent Systems. So 2016. Yeah, this might have been 2016 or 17 when this came out. I want to say that's 2016 because that's the date for... So I might have got this pretty late in 2016 or whenever it came out. I got it right when it came out. So, yeah, really like this. I'm glad I still have this. And like I said, I think that's what I'm going to do for the foreseeable future on the next few Logan's Loot videos. I do have some beautiful consoles to take a look at. I'm going to take a look at special edition games, stuff like that from the past that I've picked up, and of course the stories behind it. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. It's a little shorter than the last couple, but rather enjoyable in my opinion. At least thank you for letting me tell you my story and my history with these consoles. And thank you so much. Remember to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Make sure you turn that bell on for notifications. That always helps so you know whenever I put out new content and new live streams. Thank you guys so much. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again. Just like Fire Emblem Fates. Okay? Okay.